Welcome back to the daily crypto market update. BTC looks like it's going to be closing down about 1.45%. There's still 20 minutes left in this current daily candle, but the reality is that there is a slow shift happening. While Bitcoin is struggling to hold above TBO resistance here at about $109,000, the shift I'm talking about is this, the TBO slow line, which is curling up noticeably. And this is what I want to see way more of. It was flat for a while. We're slowly seeing signs of it starting to curl up. I want to see this aggressively curl up. Obviously, the thing that has to happen first is for the price to go a lot higher. That will make the slow line move up because it's a slow moving average. But the important thing that's happening is a slow shift, a slow and steady shift. Now, the next thing I'm paying attention to is the weekly chart. Even though this close isn't great, down 1.45% or so on the day, it has yet to be really settled. But what's the reality on the weekly? Everything is moving up. The price is above the cloud. All four lines of the TBO Cloud on the weekly are independently pointing up, including the slow line. Even though we have some not great signals on the weekly, which you'll be learning more about this weekend, there's still good stuff happening. Obviously, weekly RSI is still above 72.31. With that said, we still have 4 days left, so we can't get too cocky there. On-balance volume continues to go higher, which is great. This is all good stuff. The main lacking ingredient is, of course, volume. Why do I talk about volume so much? I talk about volume so much because volume is what represents the demand of the market. If there's no volume, or rather if volume is low, there's low demand, there's low activity. I've seen comments from you guys, and I've also seen other comments on like the recent live stream I did on the Coin Bureau trading channel yesterday saying like retail isn't here. No, duh, I know retail isn't here, but there are no stimulus checks this time around for retail to be encouraged to come. And also, most people that don't understand cryptocurrency, they don't know that you can buy fractional amounts of everything. So you don't have to have $108,284.70 to buy one Bitcoin. You can have, $109,000, whatever it is. You don't have to have that full amount. You can have a fraction of it. So this is where the education comes into play. This is where all of you help me out by sharing these videos so that people understand how to trade, but also how to navigate the crypto space. So I'm not seeing any terrible signs here for BTC. If we retrace back to the fast line, that means it dropped down to 106. To be honest, this is still Chop City. To be honest, yes, the stop loss hunting alert is still valid. It's still going off. It is now on a crazy long streak of 16 days going on 17. Isn't there a song about that? I'm not going to sing it. Ethereum. This one is very interesting. Mainly because we had our TBO breakout confirmed Tuesday. Today, we had a breakout that was information, if you remember, from yesterday's video. And this is why I tell you, while this is exciting, we need to wait until the candle close. Because guess what? A lot can happen in 24 hours, as we've all found out. So Ethereum being down 1.4%-ish so far. Yeah, okay, sure. No big whoop, as Mike Myers, or rather Linda, what's-her-face, would say. But the thing about Ethereum we have to be careful about is if we close down a little bit more red, we're going to see another one of these TBT Bullish Divergence clusters printed. And again, I hate to say it, even though I know that there are breakouts, even though I know it made a higher local high, if we get more of these, it's just like ring, 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 just like seeing all of these TBT stop loss hunting alerts ringing over and over, letting us know, expect more volatility. So if we see another one of those, it's just not going to be a good sign. However, I do want to point out, volume on the daily is great. Having the last 2 days exceeding the moving average is great. With that said, it fell off quite a bit. But this is wonderful. We need to see volume pour into Ethereum. The 30-day moving average for volume on Ethereum on the USDT chart for Binance, to be more specific, is 1.6 billion. That's no bit of chunk change. Now, on balance volume, the moving average continues to move up higher. The metric itself is making higher highs, but it still has so much higher to go. We're not really there yet. Yes, we're technically strong bullish above the cloud in regards to the TBO, but again, the slow line is still angling down. It's slowly curling back up, but that requires Ethereum to continue moving up higher. Now, the unfortunate truth is that stablecoin dominance is starting to curl back up. I don't want to see this just as much as you guys don't. I want to see it drop all the way down. But the reality is that it is moving up. Now, we didn't get an RSI reset here in terms of RSI going below 25 and crossing back above. On the 4-hour, we did get a TBT Bullish Divergence signal, unfortunately. And we'll see. I mean, these three were very early, even though the metric went against us by 3%, it did pump. So this isn't a really good sign of comfort, we'll say. Bitcoin volatility continues to move up. Today, it's only up a little bit, 2.67%. But more importantly, we have a very strong push on RSI. We are not yet out of this bounce zone, which I find hilarious because we've been trapped in here for the last 8 days, which is very, very weird. So I am, again, hoping that BVOL 70 pumps along with Bitcoin pumping to the upside, not dumping. But BVOL 7D is just letting us know to expect more upcoming volatility. And on a red day, and this increasing, I don't like that. So I want to give you a quick update on my bot over here on AllTrading. For those of you that have been following along with this, essentially what I have over here is a bot that I've been running for a while, since 2024, late 2024. And I've recently started it back up where is it? Here is where I started it back up again. Is that where it was? No, right over here, May 30th. Gosh. So looking at the price, this is a really great example of why DCA bot trading is awesome and why sticking to a DCA strategy works. These yellow arrows all denote a buy order. There's my first buy here. There's my second buy. Then there's my third buy. Buy, buy, buy. So each one is progressively doubling down. So this is 10, this is 20, this is 40. By doing that, it averages down my entry over and over. This is actually happening right now. This current position opened right up here at the tip top. Yes, the bot will buy the top because that's what it's programmed to do. It's programmed to open a deal as soon as one closes. And what's amazing is that even buying up here and buying twice as much down below, I averaged down my entry by 3%, which is wild. So now the price, even though it's falling, it doesn't have to go all the way back up here to hit my take profit target. My take profit target is actually below my initial entry. So it's the magic of DCA. That's why I love it so much. So to bring the point back over here, every yellow arrow represents a buy. The red represents a sell. So buying here, buying more here, buying way more here. When the price of masa started to move, boom, then I get closed out with a lot more profit. I actually want to share that with you right now. So this is all of the profit and loss. Actually, it's all profit from the Masa bot. Some of these positions last a couple minutes. Some of them last, a couple days. And you can see it's ranging from about $1. And this is the one right here that took a little bit longer, but it used way more size and it made a bit more profit. I know $8 of Masa right here, it really doesn't seem like that much. But again, the point of this is not to accumulate Masa and sell everything here. No, the point of this is to sell at much higher prices, to sell back up, 700-800% above the current price. So all of these little wins are going to add up to be a really nice payout in the future. Now, if this is something you're interested in learning how to do, I teach you guys how to do this in our courses at the Better Traders. 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom is the go-to course for this. It teaches you how to use AllTrading's DCA bots with our free bot trading signals. It comes with strategy and techniques on how to handle the market, how to navigate downturn, how to follow DCA strategy. I have data and stats to prove it going back now almost 6 years, which is insane. It comes with one-on-one coaching. It comes with access to the Better Traders Club for a month, which includes the TBO indicator. There is so much included in this course. So I really encourage you, if this is something that looks interesting or exciting to you, I know the gains aren't big. It's not about each individual trade. It's about the snowball effect of this, that every single one of these red arrows represents a sell. Every single one of these. So I'm taking profit over and over and over from May all the way, to today. I'm going to write a children's book one day. Making good profit. So if that's something you want to figure out and learn how to do, take 15 minutes to financial freedom. It's a great place to start. Now, I got a good comment from someone, and I do read the comments. I don't respond to all the comments, but I got a great comment from someone asking, okay, what are all these flags? What does all this stuff mean? And I realized that I hadn't done a really good job recently of helping you guys out with this. So let me take a little bit of time to explain this, and then we'll finish out today's video. These orange tags or flags here on TradingView denote a TBO close short, either on the daily time frame or on the 4-hour time frame. The TBO close short is part of the TBO indicator right here, and this lets us know that the current open short position could be changing to an open long, meaning that we should be expecting the bearish trend to be turning into a bullish trend. Therefore, this is actually an early warning signal that we could see a bullish reversal, just like back over here on the 24th of April for Litecoin. The ideal entry for these closed shorts is to wait for the price to fall back into the TBO fast line like it did right here, and also like it did right here and right here. These are our ultimate entry opportunities, and this specific one yielded a 28% return, which is fantastic for Litecoin. Now, the current opportunity is that Litecoin printed one of these yesterday, which is great, and I shared this, and the price is retraced back to the fast line. That's our entry. So I'm looking at TBO resistance right here at around $105 as our target, which from the current price is only about 16%. Only 16%. That's crypto talk for you. That's how brainwashed I am. That's a really good trade. Monero XMR still has these 5 TBO close shorts. I am expecting a move up for Monero XMR. I don't remember why this 385 line is there, to be honest, but I am expecting it to push back up towards resistance. It will take longer for this chart, but I'm waiting on it and I'm patient. Near printed one of these yesterday, and the price is right now at TBO fast line. So this is our re-entry opportunity. This is actually our strategy. We wait for the pullback to the fast line and then we enter. Pole or Matic, this one had a pullback into the TBO fast line yesterday, and it's currently only about 3 or 4% above that level. Now, these green flags right here, or tags, these denote one of two things. One could be a reminder of a TBO open long, which confirms a bullish uptrend. This does not mean that the price instantly goes up, just like the price of hype confirmed a TBO open long way back over here. Yes, the price initially went up after it, which is great, 5 or 6%. Then it fell against us 6%. But we all know where hype ended. Hype is now up since then 129%. I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that ton is going to be moving up that much, but it's just to help you understand that these open long signals are letting us know that we should expect the trend to start moving higher. Now, looking at other metrics, the only bullish thing I'm seeing right now on this chart, to be honest, is on-balance volumes moving average, the white line. On-balance volume represents cumulative volume based off of each daily candle. So when we have a green candle and good volume, on-balance volume moves up. When we have a red candle and a lot of volume, on-balance volume moves down. On the weekly time frame, you can see that RSI, weekly RSI, is slowly moving up, painfully slow. But on-balance volume on the weekly is above the cloud. However, the trend is down. This is telling us that this is still strong bearish. Ton is by no means in bull mode at all, but this is the early stage of it recovering after falling down from north of $7, from $8. So if ton is something you're interested in, this is a reasonable area to look for a new long with caution because the market's still shaky. JITO is in process of printing an open long. It has 6 minutes left. It's most likely going to do it. More importantly, that's a lot of volume. This is the free TBT base to quote currency converter. This is available for free for anyone on TradingView. To add it, go ahead and hit the rocket icon, and then you can save it to your favorites, and then you can use it. But essentially what it does is it converts all traded volume, as you can see up here, in Bitcoin to whatever the quote currency is, which is Tether USD. So this is showing me as well a yellow moving average, which I believe is a 30 moving average, 30 period moving average. So seeing volume pump 4 times the volume, almost 5 times the volume, 2 days in a row, we'll just say 4 times, 2 days in a row is massive. Even though this price is having a pullback of 4%, this volume is very bullish. If we saw this much volume and the price fell all the way back down, okay, just not touch it. The price broke above resistance. It actually pierced above price-based local resistance. I think that JITO has a chance. Telcoin confirms a TBO, this is another one actually, TBT Bullish Divergence signal back over here on Monday this week. This is a chart I've been watching and waiting on for a while because the price fell back down to TBO support, and I'm expecting it to bounce back up at least to here. So at least 67%, and it's already on its way from there, and we have a nice bullish reversal signal. That's what the TBT divergence does. This is a pro tier indicator available in the pro tier of the Better Traders Club. Believe it or not, AXL, which pumped 90% on Tuesday, did not dump today, and it's in process of printing an open long. This is normal and to be expected with a massive pump. Don't expect this to just continue ripping up higher, but I will say that KAIA had a very similar start. Really massive pump, red candle the next day, open long, and then it actually pushed up again today, but I'm getting ahead of myself. But the main difference between Axel and KAIA is the volume. Super duper clear. Look at the difference in volume, guys. This is an insane amount of volume, and then we're only like 3 times the volume. Look at the difference on KAIA. It's a drop in volume, but compared to the moving average here, there's still way more interest in KAIA compared to AXL, in my opinion. So just be cautious and careful with this guy. Still should be great for trading, especially on faster time frames, but pay attention to the metrics. Now, these light blue dots or flags, tags, are telling us that there are TBO breakouts, which is what the TBO includes, the trending breakout indicator. It lets us know the strength of the trend and where breakouts could be happening next. On the 4-hour, we had 3 TBO breakouts, not in a perfect 3-in-a-row cluster, but close enough to be a cluster. So I am expecting hype to continue pushing up higher. The volume is still good, even though it's not consistently outperforming like it was back in mid-May. I still like this chart. I still think it's great for trading. If you're worried about it or you feel like you missed the boat, guess what? You can wait for the price to retrace back to, you guessed it, the TBO fast line, this thick green line right here, which is currently at $35. It'll move from there. And you can see other opportunities where this was a great trade for 22%. And again, right here, did the same or similar thing, up 32%. Still great for trading. AAVE, this one is in process of printing its 3rd TBO breakout. This is wild considering it's a red candle, but the volume is good today. The moving average continues to move up higher. RSI is overbought, which is typically not great, but you know what? It's been overbought for quite a while. I again expect AAVE to move up to the 0.786 Fibonacci level, which is about $376. Now, KAIA, this is one I'm still holding. You guys in the Better Traders Club, hopefully you're doing well with this because there is a trade setup on this. I've been kind of hiding it from you guys, but this is a trade setup that's been in progress for a long time. We are currently in 53% profit. Huzzah! Feels great to be in profit in the green. Now, the reality of this one too is that it still has more to go. I do think that it will find resistance here at about 22 cents, mainly because it's the 618. It's a very powerful Fibonacci resistance level, but look at volume. Today's volume exceeded Monday's volume, which is massive, massive, almost 10 times the volume yet again. I don't care what the news is. I'm just following the chart and the metrics, but this is bullish. And on the 4-hour time frame, we have TBO breakouts. Last but certainly not least, our favorite, our darling, our baby, SPX6900 continues to outperform. Look at today's volume, 4 times the average, almost 3 times the average, but still, this is the kind of volume that I was warning you guys about. We saw it dead for such a long time. When the volume started to outperform, when the moving average started to move up, I told you guys, you better watch out. You better not cry, because you will be crying if you miss out on SPX. And what do we have? This incredible move. And again, a retrace to the TBO fast line is an amazing entry. Now it's up 144% from there. This one also, by the way, has another trade set up for it from the Better Traders Club that I've shared a while ago. From back in December, I was too greedy. I thought 176, easy. So I am looking at this going, no, please God, let it just hit, because I just want to close out of this trade for them. But the good news right now is that we have our confirmed 3 in a row TBO breakouts, which is awesome. I do expect SPX6900 to move up higher, but it is also right at price-based resistance, guys. It almost wicked right up to R1. Just understand that this is a very, very risky trade right here. If you're waiting for an entry, you might want to wait for either a pullback, if there's going to be a pullback on the chart, or the breakout to ride the next move up another 65% to the 1.272, just around $3. It's a great trade. I'm super happy with SPX. Now, some warning signs. Quant. This one has a pink tag to denote a TBT Bearish Divergence cluster, which is this red tag, or just the TBT Bearish Divergence signal. Even though we have our breakouts right here, seeing this with this, I don't like it. Now, the one thing I do like is that the slow line is starting to flatten out, and it should be curling up soon. But I don't like the fact that we're getting conflicting signals with breakouts and bearish divergence signals. Quant continues to chug up higher slowly. On balance volumes, moving average is moving up. Volume is staying consistent. On the weekly, it does have a previously opened long on last week's candle, but RSI in the weekly is already starting to droop down lower. So just exercise caution on this chart. It's a great chart for DCA, but be careful. Grass dropped 15%. Remember this one when I said, if you're in this one, be careful. We have our blue tags. These tell us that there are TBO Close shorts, TBO Close longs. These are the opposite of the close shorts, letting us know that if you are in a position when the price goes back to the fast line, consider taking out some profits. We already had 1, 2 warnings, and now it's warning number 3. It's not a good sign to see 3 of these guys. Yes, it could still pop back up 10% to the fast line, but that's not a great sign. And unfortunately, another not so great sign is Pendulum. Now, this one did not confirm a TBO Close long on the daily candle, but on the, it was on the daily. It was supposed to be there and it wasn't, but now we have one in progress. I really don't want to see this print because it usually negates the breakout cluster that we previously had. These last 3 red tags are just charts to keep an eye on. Solana is very much undecided. In my live stream with Dez last night, for me, he's bearish on Solana. I'm still bullish on Solana, actually. I think that Solana still has a lot of room to grow. I think that it's still much more viable, personally, than Ethereum. I know I just lost like half of you there, and I don't care, because I'm my own person. I can have my own beliefs and my ideas, right? But anyway, the main thing that it's important to focus on is the fact that the price has forced the TBO to become insanely compressed. I can't tell you what this means, but just trust me that this is very similar to a Bollinger Band squeeze. That says enough, and I'll move on. Tron had a very surprising close yesterday of 4.42%. This is weird. 100% weird, wild. I don't get it. This is a bad sign for Tron. Tron does not make moves like this. A 4% move in either direction is massive, but down and volume, I know it's cracking, guys, but still, this is a significant pullback. Volume is significant on this move. Be careful. But also, I'm a little bit excited. I can't share why just yet because I'm going to save that for the Better Traders Club right up today. Last but not least, Aptos. While it did close above this long-term resistance line for day 2, we need a third day for it to confirm this long-standing overhead line of resistance as broken. We're not there yet. We haven't had our 3 days yet. Today is day 3. I do hope that Aptos will start moving higher. I think it's still in a good spot. And I also think that Aptos is a really amazing chart in general, just because of its whippy oscillations, where we have these extreme highs up to 20, down here to 5, up here to 20, down here to 5, up here to 15, down here to 5. So we could be expecting a move up to 13. It's just such a predictable chart, and it's taken forever. But the last time this happened, it did rocket up pretty quick. So I am expecting something similar for Aptos this time around. You guys, the best place to get your information from me is going to be joining the Better Traders Club. I write in the Discord server with text-based analysis 4 days a week, 1 hour long plus video per week. There's the watch lists, trade setups, the TBO, there's signals, there's alerts, there's a ton of stuff. Join the trader tier. This is literally the best bang for your buck. You get access to so much stuff. If you want access to everything, it's the pro tier. If you're just a crypto cheapo, you can join for as little as $1. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.